morning, happy Tuesday. It is 6 in the morning and I'm getting ready to head to the gym. I'm gonna take you guys along for the day in the life. In slow motion for the last like 5 clips. So if my gym routine just got cut short, that is why. I'm glad I got it now. I was just talking about getting ready, so I'm sure I'll be able to insert those clips, but there will be no sound. But I'm back from the gym. I'm about to get ready for the day, but I wanted to show you guys, this is kind of what my natural hair looks like. This is how it just air dried last night. I washed it, air dried it, and then went to sleep last night with it being a little bit damp. So I have some like bedhead in the back where I just feel like it bumps up more than the rest of my hair. So I'll take a flat iron to that. But besides that, I might just leave it for the day, and I never leave my hair natural. It's kind of like very rare. You guys, how cute is this makeup bag? My mom got it for me for my birthday, and I am absolutely in love with it. Oh, I definitely don't have enough makeup to fill it up, but this is incredible for traveling and putting extra things in. Like now it can hold my hairbrush, like my shampoo, everything, and it is just the cutest thing. All of my makeup is so old. Now this is the part where for daily makeup sometimes I stop and don't put on mascara. I just end with doing like light face makeup and then curling my lashes. But today I'm feeling some mascara. Alright, that's the makeup look for the day. It always is super quick and easy. I feel like it takes me about 5 minutes. So at this point in my day, I usually have to decide what I want to tackle before I head off to work. And the number one thing is breakfast. That is a non-negotiable for me. Right now it is 7:15, so I will figure out like what needs to be tackled. Do I want to do the bed? Sometimes I do laundry. Sometimes I just need a little bit longer to get ready. It really just depends on the day. But today I'm going to be making sourdough. I mixed up some of my sourdough starter last night, and Caleb asked me this past week, when are you gonna make sourdough again? And it's been a minute, so I'm gonna do that right now. I forgot to take my headband off. So I feel like I have talked about my morning routine 1,000 times. You guys have seen me make this exact breakfast a million times as well. But in case you're new here, I always have 2 eggs and 3 little sausages from Costco. It is the perfect breakfast. It's a good amount of protein, and it's super simple and easy. The sausages are pre-cooked, so I just have to warm them up in the pan while I'm making eggs, and it just turns out so good every single time. A recent thing that I've added to my routine is supplements, and so right now I'm taking turmeric and I'm taking vitamin D3 K2. Obviously, supplements are so individual and personal for each person, but I will say I don't really know if I can see any difference from taking these, but I really only have been taking them for like 2 weeks. My skin has been doing better. For those of you who have been along on my skin journey, it's kind of one of the reasons that I've been taking supplements. But it also always gets a little bit better around this time of the month, if you know what I mean. So I'm still kind of waiting for long-term results, but you gotta be patient because those might not come for like a year. So I just have to remind myself that healing is a slow process. This hot sauce right here is my new obsession. It is so good. Caleb picked it up for burgers and I used it on my eggs yesterday and I could not get enough. So that is what my morning routine looks like. For my day, I will talk a little bit more about what I do for work later, but I have 2 separate sessions that I go to. So I have 2 clients that I see every single day. And the first is my morning session and the second is my afternoon session. So I'll come back home in between and be able to make lunch and everything. It's great. My mouth is on fire a little bit, but it is the best breakfast ever. Now for the hardest part of my morning routine, and that is picking what to wear. It's always such a battle because I try to be comfortable, but also I go into a school, so I want to be presentable. But I'm also with kids all day, so I want to be able to run around and do whatever they need me to do. But I also want to be mindful of the weather and not be sweating my butt off, because usually comfortable is jeans and a sweater. But right now it is 48 degrees and the high looks like it's only going to be 77, and that is good news for us. This is what I came up with. I'm wearing just some Levi's jeans and a sweater, and then this is my Free People jacket. And then I always want to every single day, but I pulled out the Uggs. So I didn't wear my wedding ring to sleep last night or to work out, but I usually wear my wedding ring no matter what, even to work out, though I know they say not to. I just don't think about it, and I don't feel like I lift heavy enough that it damages my ring or scratches it. But recently I have been getting like this rash around my finger and it's been hurting so much, so I had to take it off last night, and it made me sad because I never don't wear it. And I think maybe that's my issue, is the fact that I never take it off, and so there's just skunk that's stuck underneath there that really irritates my skin. For jewelry today, I'm gonna go with my slightly chunkier hoops, and then this has been my necklace of choice lately. It's a little bronze heart. Thought I was gonna maybe touch up the hair, but I feel like it just has kind of a mind of its own, and as soon as I start brushing it, putting anything in it, it just gets kind of crazy. You can always do the tuck behind the ears, and that's what I opt out for every single day. This has been my favorite perfume. And now this is what I mean about I have to figure out what I want to do with my time, because I have 10 to 15 minutes left and I could always do something. Like I could unload the dishwasher, I could clean something, I could just sit on the couch. But because I posted all of those things on Depop, I have like 5 different orders going out, and I think I'm going to go ahead and package those up and have those ready to drop off at the post office later today. I always pack one of these RX bars for when I go to school. I just got home from my second session, so I'm gonna make myself a quick little lunch. I feel like this situation is very similar to making breakfast. I feel like I've talked about this and shared this before in quite a few other vlogs. But I am not doing fully a carnivore diet, but I am definitely prioritizing protein just because I'm really just trying to figure out what is causing my skin to break out so much, and so just eliminating like all of those things that have so many different ingredients in it, it's just hard to like pinpoint what's actually happening. Like protein powders have so many different ingredients in them, but if I'm eating just meat or just meat with eggs or, you know, whatever it is that's a good protein source, I feel like if I do have a reaction to it, I'm able to kind of better understand maybe why my body is reacting. So that's really the goal here in eating ground beef for lunch. And then on top of that, it tastes really good. I really like it and I feel great eating it. So I get home and I usually have about an hour, 15 minutes in between my first session and my second session. But this whole week is early dismissal at school. And so I leave my first session a little bit earlier, and I have about 2 hours at home. I've been home for just a minute because I had to reformat my camera and get all my memory storage back, so that took me a second. I was just waiting to be able to film again. But today is a little bit less crunch for time, and that's great. So what I do for work, to kind of give a quick rundown, is I work full-time as a behavior technician. Basically what my job is I work as a behavior therapist for kids with autism, and so I'm contracted out to different clients, and I get to just spend all my time with them, kind of just doing life with them in whatever setting is appropriate for that family. So for my first client, I go into his school with him, and that's why I've talked about going to school, because that's the setting I'm in for the first half of my day, 5 days a week, and then the second client I'm in their home. And it just has been wonderful. I've loved every minute of it. It's incredible, and I love my clients. I only see 2 of them, but they make up my full-time schedule. And when I'm not working in between shifts, usually this like hour and 15 minutes is completely dedicated to school. So I'm also in school full-time as a grad student. I finished with my undergrad in social services this past May. So I got my 4-year degree there, and then I went straight into a master's program this past summer. And I'm now enrolled in my second full-time semester studying social work. My plans are, once I get out of grad school, is to be a medical social worker. I really would love to work in the medical field. Though the more I'm in school, I really love everything about the school setting, and so I'm like, maybe I'll be a school social worker. I'm telling you, when I like something, I use it for everything. So my school just passed the halfway mark for grad school, and we are currently on week 9 out of 16 weeks in the semester. And it is a crazy feeling to think that we're halfway through my first fall semester in grad school, but it's also such a rewarding feeling of like, I've made it this far, you can keep going. I feel like I have to talk to myself that way quite a bit whenever I just feel like overwhelmed or I just don't want to be doing school anymore. I really do have to just say like, it's gonna be worth it. This time is gonna pass anyway, so why not have this time pass while you're doing something that will benefit you the rest of your life? And so I just have to keep on plugging through. Today is a Tuesday, and so what I usually do is I get on my laptop, I get on Canvas, and I look at everything that's due for the week. So I'm doing 4 classes right now. Right now I'm in trauma. I'm in a field course, so I'm doing an internship currently right now as well. I'm in psychopathology, and I'm in human behavior and development. And so having very interesting topics in class is also really helpful because it just makes things that much more interesting. So I think that's the really neat thing about grad school is you are only doing coursework, hopefully, in a field that you really are interested in. It's a lot, and it definitely compounds some weeks, like I said before, but it definitely is doable for me. And I kind of think about this a lot. It's like, would I rather do it now or later? And I want to be a mom one day. I want to continue to grow in my career. I want to be able to free myself up to do different things as well. And so being able to do this now is just, it's the perfect time. Some days are very exhausting, but I would much rather have a very full and fulfilling life than take the easy route out, I guess. And let me also say all of those things. This is all specifically for me. School is not for everyone. It's very person to person, but these are just the things that I have to walk myself through in order to just stay consistent and have a good mindset about it, to be honest, and to remain positive and excited.
Is Squarespace has been our online courses there. Business you can I am at the host so you can put yourself in place and know exactly where the money.
So if you are familiar with sourdough at all, you know that it's kind of a little bit more of a hands-on process. And I really feel like once you figure out what works best for you, it's kind of a walk in the park, and I don't know, it's just easy to get the hang of it in my opinion. When I got back from work, I did a stretch and fold, and now I'm gonna do another one. Basically, all that you do is you pull up a side of the dough, stretch it, and then fold it over itself. And then you'll be left with something a little bit more like a dough ball. And then I just cover it and put it to the side again. This clip is me showing you my transitional outfit from the morning when it was cold to the afternoon, because it gets pretty warm, and I filmed it in slow motion. So you guys have no audio and just get to see my outfit for the afternoon. Okay, I don't know how this happens twice, but I just realized that I was recording my entire food prep and everything in slow motion again. But to recap, I am back home after a long day, and I completely changed into sweats the moment I got home, and I am so hungry, so I went ahead and prepped dinner for tonight. I had a chicken breast sitting in the fridge, so I just decided to use that up. This is what we're looking like in the oven. I also just shaped some sourdough loaves. One of these is not like the other, it is so small. I was saying in slow motion that my dough was a lot less risen than I like to see it at this time. It's been rising for like 12 hours now, and so usually it's a lot more full than it is. My thought is that I used half all-purpose dough and half bread flour, and usually I would just use all bread flour to make my sourdough because it has a higher protein content in it. Tonight, Tuesday nights are like one of my favorite nights because it's Dancing with the Stars night, and I love Dancing with the Stars. This season especially has been so good. I have an extra Chick-fil-A zesty buffalo sauce, and I am going to be using this tonight. And for good measure, I also have Chick-fil-A sauce. It would look so good and healthy without sauces, but these are what make it. So at work, when I'm with my second client, we color and listen to Disney music, and whenever we come across the Brave soundtrack, I never want to skip it. I never grew up watching Brave. I watched it once, like on a, I don't know where I was, but it wasn't like an intentional decision to watch Brave. And we have Disney Plus right now because I have a Hulu subscription. And I just searched it up, and I think that's what I'm gonna watch while I eat dinner, because it's just calling my name, and Dancing with the Stars doesn't premiere for another hour and a half, so. Guess who's home?
Hey.
Finally. I'm doing my day in the life today, and you have been absent.
I'm back.
He's back. But that is a good looking loaf. Ah! I almost lost it, it's so hot. So this is what it looks like before and after. They look so good. So I don't have any really special evening routines. I just wash my face, brush my teeth, and get in bed. And that is what I'm about to do. So thank you guys all for watching and for coming along, and I'll see you guys next week.